Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Regina and I am 41 years old, and I just recently got into makeup pretty heavily. And on this channel, I just like to encourage women to really learn to love and enhance their outer beauty, but also enhance their inner beauty as well. I believe that outer and inner beauty can coexist. But while we are making ourselves cute and beautiful on the outside, I also think it's even more important that we are making sure that we are beautiful women on the inside as well through God's word. So today we're going to get into a little bit of a makeup tutorial. I'm actually going to be using a product that I have never used before. And so hopefully this will turn out really, really good. But you guys let me know what you think. I actually like the end result after using this product, but you guys let me know what you think. So we're just getting started with a little bit of primer. That first primer that you saw me use was or is the e.l.f. Putty primer, and then I went in with the second primer by NYX, which is called the Shine Killer. It's a charcoal primer. And now this is also a new product that I'm using too. I actually said in one of my previous videos that I didn't own any high-end makeup products, but this is actually something from MAC. This is one of the MAC paint pots that I was put onto by another influencer to help with discoloration, but I'm using it here as a primer as well to help with creasing around my mouth. I tend to crease around my mouth, and so I'm using this to try to keep that keep the sides of my mouth from the creases from showing from around my mouth. I can't talk today. So that's actually the only high-end makeup product that I own, and so far it's been working pretty good. So we're just going in with my foundation. I'll have everything that I'm using will also be listed in the description box, but we are using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I go in with two shades. I'm using the shades Java and I'm using the shade Deep Bronze, I believe, and I mix them together to get the shade that you see here. It's a little darker than my actual skin tone compared to the shade on my chest, and I do that on purpose because I'm going to go in with a concealer that is going to highlight and really bring everything together. So I'm priming my eyelids here. I'm using the e.l.f. Camo concealer in the shade Medium Tan. And I always prime my eyes before I do my shadow. My eyes are not, I don't do it for discoloration, but I do like it because it does help the shadow colors to really pop, to really show up. And so we're going in to prime the eyelids. I always do my eyeshadow after I do my foundation, but since I'm going to go in with concealer next, I do my eyes first. So I'm going in with the setting powder. This is a loose setting powder by Wet n Wild. And so anytime you go in with a cream or a liquid, you always want to set it with the powder. This is a translucent powder, like I said, and just getting that concealer dried down. And this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Cinnamon. I'm just going to highlight under our eyes, under my nose, or over my top lip, the chin, and the forehead. I actually have one other makeup tutorial video on this channel, so you guys can check that video out. But I'm basically doing the same thing in this video that I did in that video. So, but we're blending that out so that we can get the highlighted effect. You highlight because you want to touch the places on your face that the light would normally hit your face. So as I explained earlier, I use a darker foundation because I know that my highlight is going to be a little lighter, or my concealer is going to be lighter. And when I bring that all together or blend that all out, it's going to make the look come together. So you can see that now it's matching my chest. So it kind of, it brings it all together. So get that blended out. I've also created a reverse contour because my foundation is darker than the concealer that I'm using. So I didn't actually have to go in with a product to contour. I've already got the natural contour just from my foundation. And we're gonna set that concealer with a setting powder. This is the pressed powder by Black Radiance. I'm just getting that set down so that it does not move. Again, anytime you use a cream or a liquid, you want to set it with a powder, excuse me, so that it stays in place. And I really love how that looks after I get that powder down. So smooth. And now I'm going to go in with a baking powder. I like to bake because I love for my concealer and like my highlighted areas to really be highlighted. Like I like that bright look. So that's one of the reasons why I bake. But I also bake because whenever I use a shimmer eyeshadow, it will catch the fallout from the shimmer as well. But I love that bright look. Love that. And it just gives the face even more dimension. Okay, so now we're gonna go in and do our eyes. I'm going in with a black shadow from the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette, I believe. And we're doing the edges first. I love darkened edges because I feel like it, again, gives the eyes more depth and dimension. But I love to make the edges of any shadow look that I'm doing, I love to make them dark. And we're just gonna take a fluffy brush and make sure that's blended out because I really packed that color on there. So we wanna blend it out, get rid of those harsh edges, harsh lines. I mentioned in my last tutorial that makeup is 98% about blending. If you can blend things out really well, you can have a really fabulous look. It's about blending and your technique. So we only went in about, I don't know, it's not even half of the lid, but it's almost half with that black. And I'm only using three colors for this look. I'm going to use the black, and then I'm going to use the brown to go right in my brow bone area right here to kind of tone down that concealer because it's really, really bright. But we're going in with the brown from that same palette, that Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette, to blend out the area on my brow bone and with that black. And now we're going in with the product, the new product that I'm trying. This is the Glitter Primer by NYX. And I'm using this to set down the shadow, the shimmer shadow that I'm going to be using. And that shadow is actually out of, I can't remember if it's Juvia's Place Warrior 2. No, it's not Warrior 2. It's either 3 or 1. I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. You guys know I have it on the screen for you. But I'm using this glitter primer. It's kind of like a glue, and it's very tacky. So I'm setting that down using a kind of a flat, fluffy brush. One that will allow me to really get the shape that I want right in that crease area, that inner crease area. And I'm going over that black just a little bit because I want the shadow to blend in, like go into the black a little bit, to blend into the black. So I'm gonna get this down, and then as I'm doing it, it's drying down, it's getting tacky, and that's what you want, because you want that shadow to, once you put it on there, to stick. So we're going in with our like a bluish shadow, can't talk. We're going in with a bluish silver shadow, and we're just gonna pack that on. I'm not swiping it, I'm using a packing motion. And I'm using that same brush that I applied the glitter primer down with, the glue down with. That's the same brush. And I'm getting as close as I can to that crease. Trying to do it's almost like a fake cut crease. Well, I don't know if you can call it fake, because that looks pretty darn precise. But I guess you could say I did a cut crease without trying to do a cut crease. But we got that shadow down, and look how like vibrant that color is. I love it. Sweeping away my baking powder, getting off that excess, and I'm using sweeping and pouncing motions because I want to get it pressed in, but then I also don't want to have any excess. And I'm using the same brush that I used to set the concealer initially. Gonna spray our face down just to melt that powder down just a little bit. I actually like the powder look, so I don't use a whole lot of setting spray. And I'm actually gonna go in with my all over face powder after I do this step, because I do like the powder look. Going in with my all over face powder. This is a pressed powder by e.l.f. to marry everything together, to marry in the setting powder, baking powder. I think here I forgot to do my my bronzer. I forgot to set my foundation, the darker area. So I'm going back in with a bronzer by, I want to say it's CoverGirl. But this is an actual bronzer that I'm using here. I think it's by CoverGirl. All right, now back to the all over face powder. Marrying everything together. Blend, blend, blend. Blend out those harsh lines. Especially here, I have a super harsh line on my forehead all the time. All right, got that blended down. We're going in with our eyeliner, typical. I don't do anything fancy with the eyeliner. I just like to make it look nice and neat. I'm using an eyeliner by Wet n Wild, and it's the H2O proof eyeliner. Nothing fancy, keeping it simple. Gosh, I love the way that shadow looks. I've seen a lot of the girlies use that glitter primer, and so I was just curious to try it out, and it's good stuff. It's probably going to be a staple in my makeup collection. So now we're going in with the blush. This is the e.l.f. Obviously it's on the screen because I can't remember. But this is a blush by e.l.f. It's the Always Rosy Blush Primer Infused brush. That's what it is. I need to start making a list when I do these videos so that I know the products that I used when I do my voiceovers, because I can never remember, and I use this stuff every day. But I love a lot of blush. I like a lot of blush because I like that rosy cheek look, and I always mix it in with my contour. Going over my beauty molds, just making them darker. I love my beauty molds. I used to not like them as a kid, but the older I get, I really love them. They've grown on me, literally. Now I'm lining the waterline. I'm using this is either a pencil by e.l.f. or a pencil by Wet n Wild, but they're both really good. Waterproof liners. Just going in that waterline, nothing fancy. And I like to go all the way into that inner corner. That's just a personal preference. I know a lot of people just kind of go halfway, or maybe 3/4 of a way, but I like to go all the way inside the inner corner. My eyes tend to water. I think I was confused about which lip pencil I wanted to use. Okay, now we're going in with a lip liner by Juvia's Place in the shade Scorpio. And this is a burgundy, deep kind of burgundy color. I am gonna go in with I don't know, kind of mauve-y pink. I don't even think it's mauve. Well, it might be a mauve-y pink lip color after I do this part. I do like to overline my lips. I don't need to. I have very full lips, but I love the way an overlined lip looks. So we're gonna go over that top lip just a smidge. Lip liner, if you are a dark-skinned babe like me, lip liner is super, super good for women of color to wear, especially when we want to wear brighter lip colors or more pale lip colors or nude colors, because they really help to, I don't know if mute them down is what I'm trying to say, but it really helps to not make them look so crazy. So wearing lip liner is essential for me as a dark-skinned babe to really bring together my lip combos. I'm going to be using a lipstick. This is by Juvia's Place, and the name of it is called Kebi or Kebi, K-E-B-I, and it's kind of a mauve-y pink color. But this lipstick is so creamy. It's like a creamy matte. I love Juvia's Place lipsticks. They are so, so, so incredibly good. Everything by Juvia's is good. Going in with the lashes. These are some faux mink lashes that I purchased from, I think these actually came from Temu. But yep, going with the lashes. The trick with lashes, I always say, is to make sure that glue is tacky. So before I actually do my eyeliner, I prep my eyelashes with the glue. And by the time I get to put them on, that glue has been sitting for at least 3 minutes. At least 3 minutes. Between 3 and 5 minutes. And so by the time I get to the lashes, they just pop right on. They don't move around. That glue is super, super tacky. That's the trick. You have to let the glue get tacky. And try not to poke yourself in the eye with the tweezers, which I have done. But I've been wearing lashes for years, and so at this point, I mean, even before I got into makeup heavy, I was always wearing eyeliner and lashes for years. So I have, I don't know, gosh, maybe 10 years of practice with putting on eyelashes. I have full brows, so I don't need to fill them in. I love the way my natural brows look, but let's come back with the final look. And here we are, Final look completed. This wig is by Sensational and it's the style Adana. This is a very, very, very old wig. I take good care of my wigs. They're all synthetic. I take good care of them. I keep them in their original bags, their hair nets. My wigs last a long time. I have a lot of them. I paid a lot of money for them. And so I want to make sure that I take care of them. But I love this wig. When I first got it, it was kind of silky, but now that I've had it so long, it's that perfect texture. The older hair gets, the the prettier it looks. But yeah, this is the final look. Tell me what you guys think. I love that pop of color. I love that shimmer shadow. It turned out really great using the NYX Glitter Primer. Definitely will be using it again. But thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.